ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go Mike 50, Mike 50. This ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Looking to throw. West throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down. West. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards on the NFL scoreboard. An update from Los Angeles. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. West. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again. West. Complete to right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check safety, check safety. Hey,
now a give, right side. It's right. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, West. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here.
Let's go.
The offense
70,
back
80.
out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Bilal. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Right 54. Crunch time, defense.
Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Joker.
General West. 5.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but you know, maybe this game. It's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw, and the pressure gets to him again. A big-time sack there on 4th down, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give them 32 on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Mike 50. It's going to be a long day. Let it go.
On 1st and 10, West. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 8-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, every day.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check Mike 11.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down, Golden Eagles.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run here with Balaj. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike 11.
On the ball. Get it.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we won. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Five.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, he's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Shedding the tackle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll look to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Throwing to start the drive. West. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 10 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.